All right, folks, let me know if you guys can hear me. All right, folks, press 1 on the chat if you guys can hear me. All right, folks, so right now we are in Mexico, and we're on the border between Mexico and the United States. There was a bunch of reporters here earlier, but like always, our stuff never works. YouTube's always censoring us, and we couldn't get through. But we're trying to see if we can get any footage right now. As you guys can see, that's Mexico. Right there, that's Mexico. That's actually Tijuana. And this is we're at the border right now, and we have to be very careful because there's a lot of people, and they might snatch my camera or they might snatch my my live streaming equipment. So I have to be very, very careful. But this is the port of entry, as you guys can see over here. That's the port of entry right there. And that's Mexico right there. There were other reporters out here earlier, but they have all left. As you guys might know, it was closed, but it seems like there's flow of traffic going in. Getting here, actually, it was very difficult because the cops were slicing traffic, and they weren't letting us through for a while until we were able to get through, and then we ended up here. We're actually in San Ysidro. That's where we're at right now. We're in San Ysidro. This is the port of entry. I'm going to be moving a little bit to the front, but again, I have to be very careful because there's a lot of bad people around here, so we have to be very, very careful. And there's a lot of good people here too, but as you guys can see, that's the port of entry right there. And there are some police down here. That's the port of entry. Hopefully it can clear up. Right now, we are at the border with Mexico. That is the San Ysidro port of entry right here, as you guys can see. The border was closed for a really long time. As you guys can see, it's starting to flow into Mexico once again. On the other side, if you guys can see way past where that building is at, that's where Mexico already is. A lot of people, both migrants and also people that go into Mexico and come out of Mexico actually go through this bridge, and we're headed towards that bridge right now. We're headed towards that bridge right now. I know it's a little blurry, but hold on, let's see. There we go. So, I'm going to show you guys real quick. So if you're on this side, obviously you're not going to see much because everything is being done on the Mexican side. It's not being done on the American side. Everything's done on the Mexican side. This is that art thing that is in Tijuana, and as you guys can see, there's a lot of commotion going on right now in Tijuana. There's always a nightlife, but who knows if a lot of stuff is shut down. And we're in San Ysidro. San Ysidro is completely locked down. There's no stores. Right now it's like, 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific time, and there's no stores open at all in San Ysidro. There's maybe a few restaurants here and there that are open, but other than that, there's really nothing that is open in San Ysidro. If you guys just joined us, please share the live stream on social media, like always. We are in San Isidro, California. We're in San Diego. As you guys can see in the background, that is Tijuana, TJ. The border is starting to flow, but not as you would expect. San Isidro in San Diego is completely shut down. A lot of stores are completely shut down. There's police all over the place. When we were getting over here, we actually had to wait because they were slicing traffic and they were trying to make sure that all traffic towards the border was being slowed down to a really, really small pace. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick. As you guys can see, it is flowing into Mexico right now. So it is actually, some cars are flowing into Mexico right now, as you guys can see. Not many though, not many cars are going through. Also, this is the bridge that I was telling you guys about. This is the bridge that some of the migrants that go into Mexico can cross through this. They cross through both bikes and they cross through buses and trains and stuff. There are some reporters out here as they want to see what's going on with everything. I won't be able to see what you guys are saying, so I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. So this is the bridge that I was talking about earlier. And that is TJ. So there is cars going in that way, as you guys can see. I guess there's an airport in TJ? I don't know. Never really been, so I have no idea. So that right there is Tijuana. On the Mexican side, on the American side, there's not much commotion. It's always, it's going to be on the Mexican side where all the people, where they have the fencing up and the barbed wire and the razor wire and stuff like that. That is on the Mexican side. You have to be in Mexico in order to get that type of footage. Here in the United States, we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. There's not much police presence here right now, but the whole city is on lockdown. If you go down the street and you try to go to any of those stores, like big box stores, like Ross and grocery stores and all that stuff, all that is locked down. The only thing that I saw that was open was like a 7-Eleven that never closes. Even if the apocalypse is going on, it still doesn't close. And also, what I saw open was a Subway. So that's the only two things that I noticed that were open. Everything else is completely locked down. Big stores are completely locked down. So right now we're looking at footage of Tijuana. This is Mexico right here. Behind me, I only see ABC and maybe some other, channels, Latin channels and stuff like that. But the big news networks that are here, only ABC that I noticed. So there are people coming in from Mexico and going out. And this is the bridge. I'm going to get off the microphone for just a second while I figure everything out, make sure that everything is running smoothly. I'll be back on the microphone in a minute. All right, folks, I'm back on the microphone real quick. I just wanted to make sure everything was running correctly. Thank you so much for tuning in and choosing us as a stream of choice. We're out here. This is Golden State Times out here in San Ysidro, California, as we see that the city is on lockdown. And right now it seems like the flow of traffic is going into Mexico. Not much, folks, not much, but there is some people that are actually getting through. As you guys can see, that is going into Mexico. Tijuana is right there, folks. Tijuana is right there. And there is a commotion going on over there. We don't know what's going on because we don't have any camera guys out there, but we wish we did. All the good footage is on that side of the border, but we are waiting here. And they know that something might go down because, again, this city is on lockdown. Make sure that you guys let people know on Twitter, on Facebook, with hashtag Golden State Times. Let them know San Ysidro is on lockdown. They're not having any stores open right now. The police is present. And there's more ABC 10 News, ABC News. All these guys are coming out right now, too, to cover San Ysidro and to cover the border right now as the president shut it down earlier today, and now a little bit more, little flow of traffic is going back into Mexico. But nothing is coming in. That's the thing, folks. Everything's going out. Nothing is coming in. There are some police presence in the air. Let me show you guys real quick. So there is some presence of the police in the air. They're patrolling. And as of right now, everything is pretty calm, but we never know what might happen. I apologize for it being fuzzy like that. But right now, we are at the border and we're trying to see what's going to happen. They might shut it down, going out also. We're not 100% sure. But we'll go over the bridge and show you guys some footage of what's going on. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. If you'd like to help us, go to paypal.me/GST Live. If someone on the chat, or if the moderators, if you have any moderators on the chat, if you guys are on there, please post our PayPal link. We need as much help as we can get. All right, folks, so this is the bridge, and this is going into Mexico. And as you guys can see, there is flow of traffic only going outwards, but not inwards. So that's what's going on right now. I hope it focuses. So there is flow of traffic, as you guys can see. There is flow of traffic outwards, but we're not 100% sure if there's flow of traffic inwards. We're trying to get some footage for you folks here. As you guys can see, it's going outwards. We were on the opposite side where the bridge is, the bridge that many pedestrians head to Mexico. There's a lot of Mexican nationals that have a visa that are allowed to come in for one day, then have to leave at night. And that's where they exit the country every single night. Right now we are in San Ysidro, California. That's where we're at right now, in case anybody's wondering where we're at. San Ysidro, California is on lockdown. Right now, nobody can go to any of the stores. All of the stores are on lockdown. We're walking down here next to the bridge on our way to Mexico. We wish we can cross, but we can't. They blocked that off for us. CBP told us it's not a good idea for you to go over there. So we had no choice but to stay on this side of the border. We're going back to the area where we were before. As you guys can see, there are some camera crews out there talking about what's going on at the border right now. But we'll keep you guys posted here at this location where we can actually see into Tijuana. All right, so what you guys see in the background, sorry, I was just trying to make sure that the camera was focused. What you guys see in the background right there is Mexico. That is TJ. Right now we're at the bridge in San Isidro. This is the bridge that a lot of pedestrians take to go into Mexico, as you guys can see. And there's a lot of commotion, but the city of San Isidro is shut down. Here's some pedestrians coming right now. Mexican nationals heading back to Mexico. So every single day, pedestrians that have permits to be in the United States for one day have, they come, they work, they shop, they go to school or whatever, and then they have to head back once night falls. Right now, it looks like something might be going down because a lot more news trucks have arrived. So we're going to stay tuned here live at Golden State Times to make sure that we are here to cover this for you folks. We do this for you. We try to get down here and cover this for you folks. Try to make sure that we cover everything for you folks live here at Golden State Times. So if you're new, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. I am not a professional at camera. I'm not a professional at doing this stuff. I'm more a professional at live streaming from a computer more than on the field, but I'm doing this because I know how important it is, and I know that our viewers, you folks, want to see this, so trying to do my best here. So that bridge, as you guys can see, goes all the way across and it goes back in here. There is, on that side where I'm going to, zoom into is the place where a lot of people, both American and Mexican, grab buses, trains, or taxi their way in, I guess, into Mexico and then back into the United States. The flow of traffic is going into Mexico. Right now, the flow of traffic out of Mexico is very, very little. So not much is getting through. We are here in San Isidro, California, in San Diego County. And as you guys can see, police does once in a while go by and they do their rounds. Right now, as you guys can see, it's a police helicopter is the one that's up in the sky right now. They were cutting traffic in the freeway. We're talking about the 5 South going into Mexico. A lot of police were slicing traffic, diverting traffic, making sure that everyone is exiting instead of going straight. But then they got the order that they're allowed to let cars through. As you guys can see, the flow of traffic is going into Mexico. There's another police helicopter, I believe. Hold on, give me a second here. Let me try to find them one more time. Oh, here we go. All right. So as we can see, there is. Oh, I think that's a police plane. All right, so there's a plane. And we are really, really close. We are just a couple yards from Mexico. As you guys can see, that's already Mexico. That's TJ. Tijuana. Never been there, but I know it because of that arc. That's what they call it, an arc, not an arch. I don't know why, but that's beyond me. More and more news crews are showing up right now, so there might be something going down. I I'm going to be on the microphone in just a few minutes. Let me go check what is going on the chat. All right, folks, so I want to give a quick thank you to everyone that is helping us out. We need as much help as we can get. We don't have big advertisers like the mainstream media. You see these guys right here, the mainstream media? They had huge advertisers that make them come out here and cover this. We're covering this for you folks. So all of those contributions on PayPal or also on Super Chat are very much appreciated, because that's the only way we can get out here, to be honest with you. I want to be as transparent and honest. That's what it is, folks. So if you want to help us, our PayPal is paypal.me/ or backslash or whatever you call it, GST Live. That's what it is. PayPal.me/ GST Live. That's what our PayPal is. Thank you so much to everyone that has been contributing. The chat seems to be doing well right now. As you can see, within the last 5 minutes that we've been here, a ton of news crews has showed up. So that tells us something. It tells us something's going on. They're about to shut down the border once again, or something else. We don't know yet. There's a lot of helicopters in the sky. Here's another one. As you guys saw, that we saw one earlier today. But there's another helicopter out there. So you can zoom in on him. There he is. So we don't know 100% of what's going on. But one thing that we do know is that San Ysidro, California is on lockdown, folks. It's on lockdown. We went to go check to see if there's any stores, anything open, and trying to use the facilities, but nothing was open at all. We are just a couple feet away from Mexico. There's Mexico in the background. The flow of traffic into Mexico is low. The flow of traffic into the United States is almost non-existent. But we are out here to make sure that everything is covered for you folks. This is the port of entry that goes into Mexico. As you guys can see, the flow of traffic is kind of going into Mexico, but not as you would expect. Not as you would expect right now. Try to make sure we catch the cars. Come on, zoom in. Come on. Come on. Nope. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, perfect. So that's what's going on right now, folks. There's people going in. Flow of traffic. As you guys can see, there we go. Now we got a good shot. There's a lot of police activity, as you guys can see. Oh, man, I think we got a good shot now, folks. Here we go. As you guys can see, there is a lot of police activity on that side. We're talking about the Mexican side, though. We can't really go out there because we don't know how difficult it is going to be to get back in. And we're just worried that we might get stuck out there, and we really do not want that. So we're on this side, and as you guys can see, there's a lot of police activity. We're not 100% sure if that is American or Mexican because it's blue. American police and CBP are not blue, they're green. So I don't know if that is Mexican or if that is actually American officers you guys see in the background. We're not 100% sure. Let's see, field. I could be wrong. I can 100% be wrong, but there's a lot of commotion going on in the background. It looks like they dispersed, but they're all back in the back there. I don't know if you guys can see that. And there are people down there, but so that's all the traffic that is going into Mexico right now. See, that's all Mexico. Oh my goodness. Them and their damn music. All right, hold on. Sorry about that, folks. I had to move out of there because that music, YouTube is just so horrible when it comes to music. It picks up any little thing and it will literally just shut us down. I have to be careful with the music that these people are playing. As you guys can see, people are crossing and they are coming back right now. This is the walkway that will get them to buses, they'll get them to taxis, and they taxi their way into Mexico. So there are stuff going down over here, but I still don't know what those blue cars are. But as you guys can see, they are checking cars. They are definitely checking cars. And there's more officers walking that way. But I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know if they are American or I don't know if they're Mexican. What's going on here? Let me go see the chat, what you guys are saying. Are they American or Mexican? Let me know in the chat. Let me know what those officers are. Because they seem to be covering. Has anybody said what those are? Are they Mexican or American? What, from where though? Let me know, that whoever said that those are American officers, where are they from? They're definitely not Border Patrol. They could be Homeland Security. Huh. Let me know in the chat if those officers are Homeland Security. Do you think they're Homeland Security? No, they're not U.S. They're definitely not U.S. Customs. U.S. Customs are green, not blue. Customs and Border Patrol is green, not blue. What? What does it say? I can't. All right, someone on the chat said that they're U.S. Custom Enforcement, but where we have our HQ right now, down the street is U.S. Custom Enforcement, and they're always green. So that's why I don't know. I have no idea. We're trying to see if we can get focus here. Focus, come on, focus, focus. There we go. All right. All right, so that's what's going on at the border right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I get, oh, it's INS, Immigration and Naturalization Department, not Border Patrol. Okay, so I was wrong, and I apologize for that. Because there's an officer right there, and he has the seal of INS. Not Border Patrol, but Immigration Naturalization Services, INS. And those are all INS officers, as you guys can see. Here we go. Those are INS officers. There's a female INS officer right there. There's one waiting right there, making sure they're patrolling. But yeah, those are INS officers. Let's go check what's going on the bridge. They're INS, Immigration Naturalization Services. Yeah, ICE. No, well, no. ICE is. All right, let's go. Just keep going. All right, folks. Here's another helicopter. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but there he is, right there. They are patrolling, so they are out here. Again, Mexico is just right there in the background. There's Mexico as we await to see what's happening. Let me show you guys real quick. So you guys can see there is helicopters, police helicopters in the sky. Right now, the city of San Ysidro is on shutdown, folks. The city of San Ysidro is on shutdown. But right here in the background, that's all Mexico. Right here in the background, that's all Mexico right here. And people are, they're walking to either the buses or to walk through into Mexico on that side. That's Tijuana, Mexico. Since we got here, we haven't seen any activity other than the police blocking the freeways. The police was blocking the 5 freeway into Mexico, and it looks like they might have opened it once again, but we're not 100% sure. But there is flow of traffic, but not much. Very, very little traffic going into this area where INS officers are securing the area. We're up pretty high, and that bridge is really blocking our view. I wish I can go over there. Let's go check if we can actually go over there, and if they tell us you're in Mexico, we'll come right back. We'll come right back. Because I really do not want to get stuck in Mexico, folks. Pray for me that I don't get stuck in Mexico. Let's go. Let's do this. IRL. Border shut down. We're on our way to Mexico. We're going to walk the bridge and see what happens. Hold on. Let me see if I have my ID on me. Ah, shit. All right. I need to get my ID. Can I get my ID, please? What? What? Trying to get my ID, folks. All right, so let's walk to Mexico, or let's go to the bridge And let's see what's going on over there. Hopefully, one, I don't get stuck in Mexico. Two, the police doesn't say, hey, what are you doing? But you know what they say. All right, so we are on that bridge that I was showing you guys earlier today. We're walking the bridge. Mexico is on the other side.
Happy holidays.
In Los Angeles. So if you want to watch it later on. All right, so we are towards the end of the beginning part of that bridge, and right here we can see a little bit more of what's going on down there. Trying to get the best footage for you folks, but again, I'm not a professional camera guy. All the barbed wire, as you guys can see, is all over the place. I don't know if that's barbed wire, razor wire, I'm not 100% sure, but the U.S. military was the one that put it up, so you guys let me know. If I'm making you a little dizzy, I apologize. Again, I am not a professional camera guy. I don't claim to be a professional camera guy. I'm just doing this because I knew that it was of the public interest to come and cover this down here. We're trying to get as close as possible. Those are all the cars. As you guys can see, the razor wires all over the place, or the barbed wire, or whatever. Trying to see if I can get a little bit closer here. Alrighty here. Alright, so let's see. Cars do seem to be going that way. There's a bike. Let's see what the bike is going to do. The bike is going around. The bike is coming back to the US, I believe. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright. See, let's zoom in on that side. As you guys can see, it's full of wire. Alright, so we're walking on that same bridge. And we have to be very careful. There's not a lot of people going this way, which is a good thing. But we have to be very careful because we are on that bridge. If we keep going down that way, we'll end up in Mexico. Alright, maybe this is a little better view here. Before we were on that side of the bridge. Let me show you guys real quick. So we were on that bridge that's right there. That's where we were before. And now we're on the bridge where actually pedestrians head into Mexico. So that's where we're at right now, folks. We are in San Ysidro, California. Nothing is open on this side. So you can't even go to the bathroom. And as you guys can see, cars are coming and going. The flow of traffic is very low, both ways. And there's all the officers that we were looking at earlier. They are checking cars, as you guys can see. Asking questions, checking cars. People have to get out and they have to get scanned, and you have to really go through everything really good, making sure everything is running smoothly here. As you guys can see, there's wire all over the place. In case they needed to shut it down completely, they can do that within minutes. How's it going? Okay, no problem, yeah. Alrighty, let's go. So we are headed back. He got kicked off. Heading back to the other side, folks. Headed back to the other side.
Where does the federal property start?
Yeah, where the...
It starts where you guys start. Actually, right where the bridge starts, yeah.
Oh, so we have to go all the way up?
Yes, sir, on the street, that's fine. No
All right.
Hi, sir. Over on the office.
All right, folks, so we have to go back to, I guess, federal property. I guess, I don't know. This will be, this bridge is international? Let me know if the chat, if you guys know anything about borders. Would this bridge be considered international property? And you can actually be kicked off. That's kind of weird. But we're back to safety. We're back in San Diego. So he just kicked us off right now. And he kicked out everybody as we go back. I don't know what they don't want us to see, folks. I don't know what they don't want us to see. But let's see what's going on here. We got kicked out.
You and all the police.
Yeah, they got kicked out, man. It was like, hey, get off. They said private property. How the hell is a bridge going into another country private property? That makes no damn sense. I wonder what they're not letting us see. All right, folks, as you guys can see, they shut us down, but we can always, they can't shut us down from here, though. There's that INS officer that we saw earlier, and there's a lot of commotion going over there right now. So, oh, here comes the police. Oh, I thought it was the police. All right, folks, so we will definitely be back in just a few minutes. We really need to find a place so we can, take care of business. And then we will be back live here at Golden State Times. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe, click the notification bell, let people know that we are covering this, and we will be back soon. And we'll go on from there. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for choosing Golden State Times as your stream of choice. I'm sorry about that. And we will definitely be back and cover this a little bit more, but duty calls. So let's see what's going on here. So it looks like they are setting up on this side of the bridge instead of the other side of the bridge. As you guys can see, there are some reporters out here from the mainstream media reporting on this. But we are here live at the border with Mexico as the president shut it down. And now it looks like the flow of traffic is starting to go by. Because look, this is the 5 freeway. I won't be able to show you exactly, but this is the 5 freeway. Both northbound and southbound. Or east or west, or whichever way it's going. And they kicked us off from that. That's where we were a few minutes ago, right there. And they told us to leave because it was private property. I wonder if we can tell them that. Be like, hey, you know what? You guys can't come in. This is private property. I wonder. Well, let me know in the chat. If you guys would like to help us here at Golden State Times, you can do so on PayPal. PayPal.me/GST Live. Again, that's PayPal.me/GST Live. You can also contribute using the Super Chat feature. It's the little money sign on the chat. And that helps us continue operation here live at Golden State Times. We try to cover everything for you folks. And this is one of those live events that we're going to try to cover for you. Even if we do get kicked out, even if we do get told to get off private property, even though it's between two countries. But it is what it is. So I'll see you guys soon. Thank you, folks. Peace.